La, 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 la. Here we are. Woohoo! Yay. How are you?
Ginger ale. This is not beer, by the way.
Well, you could call it a ginger beer.
Actually, you're right. It is the zero sugar craft ginger beer by Reed's All Natural. And I,
See?
stevia, this stuff is good.
Yeah. I love ginger. That's my favorite. If I'm going to have any kind of carbonated beverage, it's a really good ginger ale. That's my fave.
So delicious, and it's good for you. And this has no caffeine and no sugar. I'm kind of loving it.
Oh, I would want the caffeine. When is caffeine in ginger ale?
I don't know.
I mean, that's like saying it's gluten-free. No kidding.
You know what, Jim? I'm basically making coconut macaroons for dinner. So I'm the wrong one to talk to you about that.
Make the macaroons. I told you, like, I would never, when we would pull into Dunkin' Donuts, as you know, on the East Coast, that's the thing. I would go in there and get the coconut macaroon because they were giant ones, and I don't like donuts. So that was my thing to get in there.
It's just one of those things in life that's so perfect. And for anybody who's trying to learn how to cook right now out there in our audience, you really can't fuck these up.
No. That's right.
So remember that. F-bomb for the family.
Should I put that when I post the recipe? You really can't fuck this up.
I mean, no, it's really true. And it's fast, it's easy, it's so delicious. But what I love, because I have one person now that's gluten-free in my house, and we're just trying that out for the digestive system. It's gluten-free, not a lot of sugar.
Yeah, that's why I liked them, because they're not a lot of sugar in them.
Zero. I'm going to read something to you. Just music to my ear. Zero trans fat. Woo! Have 10. It's fine.
Awesome.
It's all
I'm in. So what kind of coconut did you get?
So the reason why I'm making this is because we were talking about coconut the other day, and I'm like, God, there's never any coconut. And I went to Sprouts last night, and I, to my surprise, saw 3 packages of organic shredded coconut, unsweetened.
Oh, yay.
Like, these are mine.
I know. I've been telling David, when you see something that you even think you like, just buy it, because it may not be there when you go back.
No, and it's just, and again, the baking section just, decimated. I just don't, I guess people are full-blown stress baking, so why should I not?
Yes. Right. I say stress bake. Do it.
So I'm making these coconut macaroons that I've made for years. I haven't made them in a while. And I like to dip mine like half in chocolate,
That's
to have
the best way.
Yeah, right? I'll leave a couple of plain ones for some people here, but basically I made half a batch already, and I'm going to show you about the double boiler and the chocolate. We're going to dip these.
Oh, good. Okay.
So those are done, and I will tell you, I have sampled the merchandise, and it is. And then I'm going to make the other half batch for you, so you can see how it goes to do that. It's so easy. It's so fast. No brainer on this one. So,
okay.
Simple recipe. The first thing you do is, and this is going to make my full recipe, which I'll put on the Facebook group, is 16, macaroons.
And are they like are they pretty good size, like an egg?
Here's the size I make. It's like this.
Yeah, so kind of like an egg, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Nice.
The macaroon. Macaroon has close up. You can make them smaller or larger. It's really up to you, but it makes about 16 medium size. And you can adjust for more if it's a holiday situation or whatever the case may be. So the first thing you want to do is I'm going to make a half batch. So this is 2 egg whites. And I'm going to separate the egg, which everybody knows how to do, right?
I would think. Oh, look, there's a little thief running in the back.
There's a creeper.
A cookie monster.
People like to separate the egg with their fingers or whatever. I do with the shell.
And what do you do with those egg yolks? Do you have a plan for your yolks?
You know, I'm just probably going to save it in a airtight container and add it to an omelet or something. I don't know. Or put them in my smoothie, maybe. I don't know.
You know, I always heard for egg yolks that if you put a little bit of milk or cream on top, they stay better. I don't know if that's true.
That's something I don't. Right?
Well, if anybody else knows any better, they can jump in.
When I make my macaroons, I make the egg whites frothy. What do you do with yours? Do you make them? Some people make them actually with peaks and valleys. Some people don't do anything.
Yeah, I don't quite go. I mean, like just before a soft peak, I think is how I do it.
Yes, it has. You've got to get a little bit of froth on there, and so.
Are you going to add any cream of tartar to it? Do you add any cream of tartar?
You know, I do when I'm making egg whites that are, you know, for meringue or something like that. Or need something that needs major egg whites. But with this, I don't, because I don't. My recipe didn't say that I had to get it super fluffy, but I think it's probably better if you do. I don't know.
Well, we're going to see.
We could be here all day.
No.
Song and dance.
So you chose not to use the KitchenAid, I see.
Well, I just threw these together earlier this afternoon, and I did not. My recipe says just froth, just to a froth, not to peak. So I'm going to go a little bit further, but as I said in the Instagram story, you know, I'm just thinking of Tahiti right now while I beat these.
No, you're working out.
Where would you want to travel right now if you could?
If I could travel somewhere, where would I go?
If you could travel right now and you had your passport, where would you go?
I think I would go to the UK and do my show in London.
Well, yes, that would be in the fall. But right now,
I don't know. You mean if there was no COVID anywhere?
This is what the scenario is. Yes.
Yeah. Then I would go to Italy.
I was dreaming of Tahiti this morning.
Oh, were you?
I've been there, and I spent 2 glorious weeks on a motu, which is an island, tiny island on the side of an island on Bora Bora. And it was pretty much freaking paradise, okay? Coconut palms, French food, beautiful people, warm 80-degree water, you know.
Oh, nice.
Pretty nice. So I got these to a halfway point of like froth, almost going to a peak, and that's fine.
Okay.
Then I'm going to add 3/4 of
Monty's cruising the cookies.
He's like, what's going on? I want one of those macaroons. And I'm going to do 3/4 of a cup of turbinado sugar because that's all I have, and I didn't want to use brown sugar. But I will say this. You know, you could use white sugar or coconut sugar or whatever you want, but it made them a nice little brown color, which I kind of like.
Yeah, I bet. That's pretty.
So that was nice. And look how simple this is. Like 2 dashes of sea salt. I like a little bit of salty with my sweet. And then I'm going to do 2. I'm going to measure for you, Debriana, only for you. 2 tablespoons of vanilla. I like mine really vanilla-y.
Yeah, I do too.
So I'm going to do that. And then all you do is you mix this together, right? La 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 la. And then I'm gonna get a spatula and I'm gonna put in the coconut and then we're done. Case closed. So it's 2.5 cups of shredded coconut. Now, talk about the sweetened and the unsweetened. I like to do it with unsweetened and sweeten it myself.
Yeah.
What do you like?
That's what I like. I don't like coconut macaroons that are sweet. I think that was one of the reasons why I liked them at Dunkin' Donuts. They were not a sweet macaroon.
I cannot have them too sweet. I do not
I don't like them that way either. So this is a good recipe for me. I will steal it from you.
And I like my chocolate to be very dark. And we will talk about chocolate issues in a moment.
I didn't want to bring it up, so I'm just going to let that lie there until you bring it up.
How easy this is. It's so easy. This is actually cookie dough, and you don't even have to break an arm for it. It's a nice, lovely brown color. You just incorporate it, cover all the coconut, and then you're going to put it by, some people do, the traditional like ice cream scoop. I don't have an ice cream scoop. What do I have? An old espresso maker scoop.
That works.
That'll work.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Well, the ones they have at Dunkin' Donuts are shaped like little mountains. Those are good.
Some people make them. You've seen them in bakeries, like pyramid.
Oh, yeah.
Sometimes
or they're flat with a chocolate with a bit like a Hershey's Kiss thing in the middle, or you can make them a lot of different ways.
Here's another place when you're baking to be creative, right? Oh, Monty is totally kicking the tennis ball at me like, get out of town. Come on. So I'm going to put this to the side. Chocolate to the side. I'm just going to put these on the cookie sheet. Can you see the cookie sheet right now?
Yeah, I can slide it a little bit toward the bowl. Yeah, that way. That's good. Yep.
So it gets kind of sticky when you're dealing with coconut. Monty, no. He's just like, why? Why are you making dog food one of these days? What about us? So I'm just gonna I want them to be uniform. So I'm just, gonna put them out on the parchment paper, which I also found.
Nice, thank you.
So I'm gonna make them like these little mounds, and I'm gonna put 8 on here. And then I'm gonna put it in the oven.
They don't really move. They don't rise. They don't. So you can kind of put them a little closer together than you would like a chocolate chip cookie.
Exactly. Okay, unless the only way that they do that is some people, and I don't do this, but some people do the cakey cookie. Have you ever had like the
no
that sometimes people put flour in it? I had an aunt who did that, and I did not like them as
well
much.
The only thing I would add, if I was going to add like a quote unquote flour, is a little bit of almond flour, only because I love almond macaroons too.
No, see, if you were going to do that and make it a little cakey, that's what I would recommend instead of wheat flour also.
Yeah, I would add almond flour.
I would disappoint so many people that expect these to be gluten fat-free that I couldn't put the regular flour.
Well, just the almond flour is just ground up almonds, so that's just nuts, but they're not fat-free at that. Well, I don't know. Coconut's not exactly fat-free.
Not exactly. We add sugar and, everything else. So anyway, it's going to fit about exactly for me, about 8. I might have a little baby on here, and it's okay. On here on this standard cookie sheet. And then the thing about the coconut is it's sticky. No big deal. Just rinse your hands in this little water.
And that's what we're all really getting good at now, washing our hands.
And then you shape them how you want them to be. If there's any excess, you just get it going. It's like playing in the sand. Really.
Sandcastle.
This is all going really fast. Okay, I'm feeling good about it. don't want them to burn. I cook mine with my oven, it seems like 19 minutes at 325 is the perfect thing for me. So that's what I'm going for. I'm going to put these in. Voila.
Well, as you might guess, they're lovely. I always use a timer.
I'm putting a timer on right now. I'm a timer person for sure.
I have been making cookies for decades, and if I don't set that timer,
oh yeah, it's a problem. Yeah, because you can't trust yourself to remember.
No.
So now we're going to look at this part 2 of the day.
Oh look, your assistant.
Pre-cooked
cookies.
And I'm going to
your food cam. There it goes.
What's that? Look at that. Can you believe this? Look at how technically savvy we are.
Oh, you have a beautiful double boiler.
Can I just tell you, Debrianna, that this is the most expensive item I own.
Oh, it's gorgeous. I don't see your head though. Where's your head? Hi.
This is a Mauviel, a French brand of coffee. Now, in my hopefully soon future, I can afford an entire arsenal of these copper pots. I will know I am doing well.
Oh, it's gorgeous.
I love it. And you can use it. Here's let's talk about a double boiler. Do you use double boiler?
Yeah. So, well, I don't have a beautiful one. I use a frying pan with a pot in it.
Which you can do, or you can take a regular pot and put a steel, mixing bowl on here. And what it is, if I can show you, is underneath here, I've put in water that is boiling, okay? And what it does is it prevents whatever you're trying to melt usually from burning. It's just a sensitivity issue.
Yes. Well, and the thing about the way this boiler's set up, there's no water that can jump out and get into the ceramic part, because if water gets into chocolate, it can seize.
Yes.
So we don't like that.
This is ceramic, and then it's held together by this beautiful copper, and it cooks perfectly. Like, copper is the best conductor. We all know that.
Yes, that's beautiful.
If only we could all afford copper everything.
Okay, what is that?
I'll try to tilt myself up. Here's my chocolate problem. So I am not a fan of Nestle. I don't think their chocolate is that great. I usually use.
Well, I just don't like the company either.
Some kind of gourmet baker's chocolate that has much more cocoa in it. This is 53% dark chocolate. They had this.
Okay. Hey, it's Corona Kitchen. You have to do what you can do. Hey, Huz.
Right.
Huz.
I'm not gonna, beggars can't be choosers.
That's right. I was gonna show you. The chocolate chips I get, I love. But I ordered a bunch online before COVID came.
That's worth more than gold. I tell you, it hurts me to have to use the chocolate, but at least it's their better dark chocolate.
Yeah.
Get the best chocolate that you can.
I'll show you the one I use. Because I so love these chocolate chips.
When you have good chocolate, and I think you would agree, it makes all the difference, and it's worth paying the premium price to get.
Yeah. So this is the bag I use. These are Ghirardelli.
Ghirardelli, yeah, 100%.
These are the giant chips, and they're 60% cacao, bittersweet chocolate. And
that's what I think is the best balance for the coconut, also. But
yeah,
I get it.
This is Corona time, baby. We're MacGyvering everything
every day. As you say, now I'm going to show you with my sort of food cam. This is melting so beautifully, and it's just, you keep mixing until it's melted. You don't want to step away from this because you don't want it to burn or get weird. And chocolate,
I love that.
if you overcook it, You actually covet something in my kitchen.
I am coveting your pot. Yeah.
But anyways, you want to watch it because chocolate can get overcooked and get weird.
Yeah.
So the second it's all melted, then you're done. You take the heat off, and then I'm gonna dip the macaroon.
Oh, it's so pretty.
I'm melting. I'm melting.
And it's going to be good. Every time something melts, it's good.
Oh,
click
yeah.
shoes.
Yeah. This is super Yumsville. Oh, somebody's writing something. Let's see.
Oh, really?
I don't know. I can't. You know, my cousin, I'm going to do a shout out to my cousin Stisha, who is also making macaroons today, and we did not plan this. She just was feeling it.
Oh, see, that it must be fair.
Isn't that funny when you're?
Well, I'm definitely going to try those. I want to do it tomorrow because we have no sweets around, zero.
And my kids are like, "What up with the zero sweets? Come on."
Well, for me, I don't generally have a sweet tooth. Like if I have a good bar of chocolate or like I have this bag, I'll eat 3 chips and I'll be happy.
I'll tell you what, our members on Corona Kitchen are so inspiring me to want to bake a cake and do other.
Oh, I know. Cakes.
We've had just gorgeous cakes. God.
Yeah. There was an Italian cream cake that rolled by. Oh.
Okay, we're talking possible for Sunday.
Yeah. Well, the other thing is that's only 2 of us here. You guys have kids. Oh,
look at that. It's beautiful.
It's beautiful.
Okay. So now we're going to dip it. And, you know, some people like to dip it on the bottom. Some people like to dip it on the top. That's a personal
Someone said they could smell the chocolate.
I wish you all could be here right now. It smells so good. So I'm just going to take a macaron like so.
Oh, it's gorgeous.
And I'm just going to dip the top of it. And it could be as thick or whatever that you want. And all you do is, you know, let it go like that.
Giant kiss. It's a giant kiss.
It's a giant kiss. It's a kiss on steroids. And then I'm going to let it just dry and harden naturally on the thing.
Yeah.
So that's all I'm doing right now. I got some in the oven. I'm going to be doing this. I got to figure out what's for dinner.
Yeah, I know. I think it's a pizza night over here. Although David is baking bread right now. Oh, and so we might do BLTs because he's baking it earlier than he normally does. So now I'm going to have to eat it.
These sound so good right now. Wow.
That is my favorite sandwich is a BLT.
We have so much in common, Debrianna, that I never knew.
Isn't it so funny?
I love a good BLT, man. That's the best.
The best. You know my favorite BLT? Have you had the BLT at Dr. Feelgood's?
I have.
That will ruin you for life. That BLT. Okay, just so people, if you don't know, he gets the best pork that's local and it's cured locally, the bacon, and he grinds the bacon up into a bacon patty. It is so delicious.
Like a hamburger, but bacon. Well, we should also say Dr. Feelgood is a restaurant in Santa Fe, New Mexico. We're so lucky. We have so many great
restaurants
here. And please do take out if you can and help our restaurateurs.
Yeah. Woo, kissy, kissy.
Very excited. These are fun and yum. And yeah, so I'm just doing this.
Okay.
I've been working all day. I've had to hire out my kids to do my marketing for Corona Kitchen, and now we're on point, I'm happy to say.
Yes, that's excellent. Well, good. I'm glad you're busy. I've been busy making masks. I think I'm making 50 today. There are 50 on my sewing table.
Oh,
so I've been busy. Yeah, it's been good, though. I was listening while I was sewing to my dear friend Janet, gifted me the masterclass series. And so I was listening to Joyce Carol Oates and Margaret Atwood, the writers, talk about their writing process. And It's very interesting.
That sounds wonderful. That's a great thing to do. Podcasts right now, you can continue to multitask and do everything we need to do and try to support people and their different revenue streams and also learn something.
Yeah.
Which is great.
Yeah. Well, here, we learned today about macaroons. Thank you.
I'm going to actually take a spoon and I'm going to show you this. If I want it to drip down the side more, I can just go like that, see?
Oh, nice.
And I can make
You're drizzling. That's the technical term.
Fancy things. But yeah, it's fun. Wouldn't it be fun to just, in another life, be a chocolatier?
Yeah.
Make things?
Well, and chocolate is so interesting, the chemistry of chocolate. I don't know if you've ever had chocolate C's on you, but boy, that's kind of annoying and interesting.
It's a totally amazing little bean, isn't it?
Yep, but I have brought it back from seizure.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it happened to me once a couple years ago, and I think I added butter, but I'm not sure what I did. But you can bring it back. It's a little bit tricky, but you can.
Wow.
Gorgeous, Miss Lisa.
You know what I just realized too? If you wanted to, you could add a little butter to this chocolate.
And make it a little bit looser.
Yeah, it would be a little bit looser, but I'm kind of liking it the way it is and not too drippy. I can control it. Yeah, actually.
And I really like all that chocolate on there.
I know. What's really great is that these last. You can put them in airtight containers, and bring them over to somebody's house when you can. I was saying that. I was referencing when you go over to someone's house. But anyway, this is awesome.
Thank you for this. It was such a treat to watch.
I will post the recipe in 7 minutes until my other macaroons are ready because I have a timer.
Awesome.
I'm going to sit back with one of these and dream of Tahiti.
Okay. Where they have chocolate, good Tahitian chocolate.
Oh my God. Boy, do they.
And vanilla beans. That's where I usually get Tahitian beans.
I went to an orchid farm in Tahiti.
We did that in Panama. So beautiful.
They were harvesting the semen or whatever it is for the vanilla beans. Oh my God. And from the orchid, I was like, this is incredible. And I bought a ton of vanilla. That's long gone. It was many, many years ago that I was there. But
vanilla can get quite expensive. Last year buying beans was hard. They're very expensive. They were last year very expensive.
Yeah,
thank you.
It's a fun thing. All right. Well, I'll be seeing you.
You will. See you tomorrow. Because we'll be here.
We'll be here. Stay safe. Stay home.
Everyone stay safe, stay home, and eat well.
Bye.
Bye.